And we're live.
And we're live.
Welcome to another episode of Easy Sports. And today I'm joined by the usual suspect, Sihle N. And we also have a newcomer today, Adrian J. Stevens. How are you, mate?
I'm
We don't
well.
have to ask. We don't have to ask which team he supports. By the way, I think the black and white in the background
Yeah,
says it all.
it's
How the gents
Pirates.
doing?
I'm kidding.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know, we good, my guy, we good. We see you wearing the Springboks jersey there. Australia
Um,
almost had us.
I was
Thanks
wearing.
to
I was
James
wearing a. I
O'Connor.
was. I was
James
wearing a
O'Connor.
corporate T-shirt, and I decided,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
nah, no,
that's
no
good.
free, no free, no free marketing up in here. So I decided to go
Yeah,
and change it. I grabbed whatever was on top. But yeah,
that's
interesting weekend it was. That
yeah,
continues to
hundred
win.
percent. Where should we start? Should we start with United? Because
Let's
I
go for
feel,
it.
yeah, I think we should start with Man United. I'm not too sure if you guys watched my team. I also support Pirates locally. Nah, this is
Okay.
just
Yeah, we don't
yeah,
care
yeah,
about that. We don't care about
yeah.
that. Right
Pirates
now,
won
I
on
think.
pins. Yeah, but
Oh
yeah,
gosh,
but right,
Strada.
but
Let's move on. Uh,
yeah.
what are the problems at United that no one has highlighted?
Hmm.
I don't know. I think that's my
Mm.
first question because not to sound like a broken record, I think everyone has highlighted the the issues at United for the
Yeah.
past
Yep.
4, 5, 6 months.
Yeah.
And it looks like the fans have a better understanding of football as compared to the manager.
Yeah.
Mm. No, hundred
Because
percent.
I think anyone can tell you that you've got three number 10s and you've got a number 10 that's playing a number 8. And
Mm.
then you've got Cass, who is unfortunately
Had a
fucking
poor game.
aging. Yeah, he
Mm.
no. He didn't just have a poor game. He's showing his age. And
Yeah.
then you've got Ugarte, whom I've watched the two games. I don't know what it brings to United. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too
Mm.
oblivious to what he brings into the game. I
Mm.
don't see what he brings.
You know,
Mm. Mm.
I have a a, a little pang, a pain in my heart for Man United and the talented players that they are bringing in.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cunha and Mbemo, before December, those players are going to be labeled as flops
Yeah.
or bad players. And there's something that I just want to maybe compare and contrast with Spurs and Thomas Frank. I
Mm.
watched Spurs play PSG in the Super Cup a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank could have been in the building 2 months. Spurs
And
are a
still,
totally different outfit.
Mm.
They 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 they've got patterns that
Thank you.
that are coached into a team.
looks
So
like the stream up the X. Just double check that. Sorry.
no
Yeah, it
worries.
is. It is up. Why? Are they complaining that it's not up?
Uh
Because there's 4 people watching.
yeah,
6 people now.
okay, cool.
Ah, super.
Yeah. So it is up. It should be
No
up.
worries.
Yeah. Are they complaining that
Go
it's not
on.
up?
Yeah. I've got
Yeah,
a
you,
couple of
you can
people on my
continue,
side.
agent.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So what I really want to drive home is coaching or developing a player is more than just running drills and beep tests and making sure that the players are fit enough to run for 90 minutes.
Mm.
When you watch Manchester United, Amarin has been there for 29 games.
Mm.
I cannot tell you what what tangible patterns you see during a game. Um, I, I was reviewing last year's 3-3 draw between Newcastle and Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's fair to say that the Arne Slot team, as effective as it is totally different from Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool.
Cool.
Yep.
Correct.
So,
Mm.
so
Yep.
managers will have a preferred style and implement that style. I don't know what is happening, and I don't want it to sound like like I have a vendetta against Man United. But the eye
Mhm.
test doesn't fail. Amarin has been there for 29 games. He's been there for almost 1 year. His record is worse than Gary Neville's record at Valencia.
Mm.
When you watch,
That
when you watch,
that
Man,
that's dangerous though.
it is
That
despicable.
Valencia record, yeah, that Valencia record
Yeah,
was
that was
perceived as
horrible.
all as it's horrible. It
Yeah.
I think we all in agreement that Ole had a style of play that a lot of people didn't like, but it was a style of play that you can identify. With homie here, Mr. Emrin himself, I know he
Hmm.
watches on the frequent.
Yeah.
I don't know what he brings to the party.
Mm.
I've said they ended the game. Well, you ended the game yesterday with over 200 mil in attack,
Yeah,
and
Mm.
yet still Fulham were on top of you. And as an owner, I'd be very concerned to drop 200 bar and not have an identity. I
yes,
Yeah.
feel I feel for we'll get to individual players, but I feel for the front three that's new.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's Mbuemo, Cunha,
Mm.
and Sesko. I honestly feel
You
for
know
them
this.
Mm.
in that they were sold the dream
Yeah,
and they drank the Kool-Aid, and now this is the reality, which is rather
yeah.
unfortunate. But there might be a saving grace. I think we'll speak on that later on, in that the players that United have gone in and recruited are not
Mm.
Amrin players. I don't
They're
know if you
not.
guys have seen that. They are they are almost
Yeah, club
club
signings.
players. So yeah. So whichever manager, I get the feeling when sorry when I watch Cisco in that, why does he start a game without a striker and he knows that he
Mm.
needs goals and he benches him and the club have dropped, how much was it,
No,
80 bar?
it was 60
I could be
something,
wrong.
late 60s though,
I saw,
in
I
pounds.
saw.
Let's say let's
Yeah, you can
You,
go.
you,
no
you bring me
go for
back
it.
to Man United's opening game against Arsenal,
Mm.
and you've just had this war with Newcastle and trying to bring Sesko to Man United. The opening day of the season comes along, and he's got Mason Mount playing in a false nine.
Mm.
Why?
Yeah, yeah.
Why on earth would you set up your team to make changes?
Mm,
Yep.
mm.
Everybody knew Mason Mount is not going to play 90 minutes. At
Yeah.
some point, he will come off because you got to put on your striker. I just want to say this
Yeah.
regarding Amarin and Man United as a whole. I have never seen the kind of indulgence and the leeway that is afforded to an unknown.
Thank you. Thank
It,
Yeah.
you. Why? Hey, bro, why can't you? Whenever we have United fans on this pod, I think I need to invite you, bro. Like, why are we? Why are we? Why are we being patient with someone? Yeah, exactly.
Sugarcoating
With someone
bullshit.
who's never,
Mm.
ever, like, with all due respect, it's
So Holmes is like he's stubborn like a Zulu
yeah.
taxi driver,
I
but
just
he's
I
got
gotta
want you
nothing
say
to
to
it.
show
have
for
I
So,
it.
want you to have regard to every other foreign manager that came to the Premier League. And
yeah.
I'm going to start with Arsene Wenger.
Hmm.
I'm going to mention Rafa Benitez. I'm going to mention Jose Mourinho. I'm going to mention Antonio Conte. When these people entered the Premier League for the first time, they were
Yeah.
already champions from where they came from.
Off.
Okay, and they had a body of work that
Mm.
spoke for itself. When Amarin was hired, and I don't want to bash his CV too much, but when Amarin was hired and the man walks in, he doesn't look at the tools that is available for the job. He started complaining as soon as he
It
got there.
decides to
He said, I
Mm.
cannot
uh,
coach
uh,
until I have my
mm,
players. We were sold
mm.
the idea that Victor Gyökeres is his player.
Yeah.
When crunch
Able.
time came and it was time to recruit, why does your own boy reject you and go to Arsenal?
Yep.
So you said,
Because he can see clearly that the environment is not conducive, and he's got a better chance of silverware at Arsenal than it pains me
I,
to say
I
it. I hate Arsenal more than I hate United. I hate United fans. But yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I think the leeway that you speak on is a weird one. I don't know if it's this new crop of online keyboard warrior fans that United has, but for some reason they just
Yeah.
allow him to get away with
They
and the man on the street can, like, the guys that know
can
football are
see.
looking at this like this
And
three in the back is not really working.
now there's nothing wrong with the three at the back. It's how you interpret it. Glasner plays three at the back. And you guys didn't beat
But
Glasner last week.
Glasner's
Yeah.
side is it's drilled into them.
100%. It all has to do, even with thingy Frank. Frank also sometimes plays three at the back because he's not rigid. It all
Mhm,
depends on who he's playing against. And
mhm.
so it all goes down to that being a coach who isn't rigid and who's not stubborn in their
I
philosophy.
think
And the problem is that I see with United is that, of course, midfield is a glaring area where we
that's
need
that's where I'd like us to
to.
go,
It's
because
so
I'll tell you this.
glaring. I mean, even
They,
Fulham, what again? Who's this? Iwobi spoke about our midfield, how it was easy to bypass it. And I mean, it's
Yeah,
been like that since thingy. Ten Hag, Ten Hag got sacked because our midfield got bypassed so many times by teams, and now it's still happening. That era still hasn't been resolved. And I'm a person who midfield for me is the most important area
yeah.
it's the
of the
engine.
field.
It's
It's
the
the
engine, my
engine.
guy.
Excuse me.
Yeah, yeah. You can go,
I think
Sihle.
you've got an addition. Okay, I'll get to this because Adrian plays ball, and he's got goals in him, but has an understanding of the
Yeah,
middle, and the importance of the middle. I think
yeah,
now in that, besides the middle issue that you have, because your middle gets bypassed too easily. It's literally
yeah,
one ball over, and that's it. You don't have pace,
yeah,
which is why and I'm not dissing Ugarte, but I don't see it. I don't know why everyone got excited and said, "Oh, Ugarte is coming. He's this. He's going to solidify our middle." I don't see it.
Yes.
And in addition to that middle problem, now you've got a
yeah.
keeper crisis where your keeper hates corners or any set pieces, for crying out loud.
Yo,
So now,
bro.
so now you've gone from having one issue that you can know that, oh, okay, cool, if we make a good signing we can address this issue, to having
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
another issue now that unfortunately you have to choose between the two. Like, which of the two issues do you address first? Do you
Rather the
address the
devil you
keeper
know.
issue?
Yeah,
Do you address the keeper issue where Emin has to swallow his pride and
Yeah,
reach out to Onana and say, Onana, come back. And
yeah,
Onana's
yeah,
got a bit of an ego himself. So when he
yes.
yeah,
does come back, he will feel vindicated that, oh, you benched me, but yeah, but now I'm
yeah,
back.
But
Or you
yeah.
spend the money that you don't have in the middle. In the middle, I thought when you were going to get Belieber, I thought you
Yeah,
were sorted.
you
yeah,
you know,
but
seriously on that, if I can just interject, um,
mhm.
Man United fans will tell you that Emerin is in a process, and let Emerin cook because this is his phase one. Okay,
Mm.
my issue is 6 months ago they told us Kobe Mainu is the guy. That is
Second
who they
coming.
were. That's who they're going to build their team around. Okay. Now there are rumors that he wants to leave because Amarin is not. Amarin doesn't
Yeah,
fancy him.
he doesn't.
When Amarin walked in, he said the first person I need is Ugarte. 2 months later, Ugarte is not playing.
You
Yeah.
see?
So you are talking. The left hand doesn't know what the
Mm.
right hand is doing. You're talking about phases. You're talking about sticking with a project, but you are the one that tears up the script after every
When
game.
you feel like it. whenever
Yeah.
it's convenient for you. And
Yesterday,
I think
Yeah.
he's very sorry, he's emotionally what's the word? He's not emotionally intelligent. That's why I see in him in that he there's this one stunt that he pulled. I don't know if you guys recall, where he allowed his players to train without him being around, and he stood like a couple of meters like
yes, I remember that.
after the fence and whatnot, just to watch them and see the intensity if he's not around. What bullshit is that? I mean, what's his name? Ateta's got stunts that he pulls where he gets his players to train at night so that they have an understanding of like
Yes,
that's and
listening to
whatnot.
the ant
Yeah,
hill, listening to
Yeah.
You'll Never Walk
yeah,
Alone,
he
that
lets
kind of
them
thing.
listen to "You'll Never Walk Alone" just to get them emotion. That's gimmicky.
Yeah.
This fucker is playing
Yeah.
emotional games with his players where he wants to see how the intensity is when he's not there.
Yeah.
Bullshit. And
100%.
You
right
know,
now,
they
I
are they
don't know. Sorry, guys. I'll when I finish this.
Mhm.
I don't know. Besides Bruno and Mason Mount, who are his players?
It's Bruno and Mason Mount.
Did,
And I feel like you see right now this comment with Crizzle
or
saying that
does
I
it
want
ask him to
instant.
change his beliefs? Never.
Yeah, no, but the thing is that look, did you see? I'm not sure if you saw Amarim's record. Him having played more games than the points he's accumulated. The
Yeah,
man is
28,
failing.
29.
yeah.
We all have been at school. If you get
I think
21%,
mm,
wait, can I finish? If you get
that's
21% for any
H. That's
subject,
H, by the way.
it's
Yeah,
not
that's
even a
H.
her, it's a I don't know what it is, but if you get 21% in any subject, that is a dismal fail, dog. So for me, there
Yeah.
is nothing to back here. I don't back blindly. Show me something. I mean, when with Liverpool, when Klopp came in, Klopp reached the final of the what again, the Europa League. He did finish eighth, but you could already see that there were patterns of play that Liverpool were forming up. Yes, he was
Mhm.
losing here and there. Then he got a transfer window, he got Mane, he got Salah, and then there was an even greater improvement in how they performed.
Yes.
So for me right now, what I see, because I'm using what I'm seeing, I'm using the data that has been presented to me. I don't see any changes. So it's not to say I want instant
Yeah.
gratification. No, I'm not saying I want that.
You just
I
want
just want
progress.
progress. Thank you. You know what I mean? We can't be moving here
Chryso,
like a yeah.
I think
Okay, go.
The Chryso's mindset, that's a lot of
Mhm.
Man United. You know, they've been beaten to the point where they don't know what winning feels like. They'll take whatever is available.
And we can't do
And
that, bro. We're not Leeds
and that's what
United.
they're
We have
doing.
money, bro. We are
Yeah,
big
but
brand.
dude,
Yeah.
after 28 games,
Mm.
what's his name? Gary Neville at Valencia had lost
Mhm.
11 had 11 L's after
Mhm.
28 games.
Yeah.
Mr. Amrin is sitting on 15 after 28.
Listen to that.
And
Listen to
then
that.
there's the
That,
audacity right there.
that's relegation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the
That's relegation
audacity.
Yeah.
form.
Yeah, he's pulling through. He's won.
Ask me. I know
Yeah, you
twice. I know twice
yeah,
how people get relegated.
100%.
It's things like this.
That's the
You watch
audacity
the
right
boat
there.
float out and you do nothing
Uh,
about it.
100%. And you see, even right now,
What's that,
I'm just
CJ?
also adding the comment for Shavar saying you've had six managers and changed your squad countless times. With me personally, I'm
Mhm.
like Sitle's old owner, Obramovich. We sack
Yeah.
until we get it right. Abramovich didn't play
Yeah.
games. You know what I mean? He sacked the
The
most
helicopter
important
flew
managers.
every Tuesday.
Exactly. Until you get it right, bro. And eventually you will find someone who will steady the ship. That's what I
In
believe personally.
in fairness, they have. We've lost
Hmm.
count of how many managers Man United has had since Alex
Hmm.
Ferguson, and um, at each phase of this massive decline, the manager that was appointed was the right one. David Moyes was
Yeah.
handpicked,
Hi,
and you
Ferguson.
backed him. It went wrong, no problem. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took the job, everybody wanted him to succeed because he was an old boy, and Ole had to fix Jose's
100%.
problems. But Jose was the right man at the right time for you guys. even when Ole was fired because Ole was not playing a lot of Ole was not playing
Mhm.
a tactical game. Ole was playing transition counter attack football, hit it long for Rashford, and we run at them with
Yeah.
pace. And when that style wasn't working anymore, and it was during Ole's phase when suddenly Brighton and Bournemouth are beating Man United 3-4-0.
100%.
But Ole knew how to
So
beat
when
the top six. Like if you look at his
Even right
record in the
now,
so
top six.
I just
we're
wanted
not
to
too bad against top six opposition still. We still, when you come at us, we are capable of
The
showcasing
problem
what
is
we
the 13
have.
other
The
teams.
problem is the thank yous, the 13 other teams, those that play low blocks. That's where the problem
yeah,
lies.
but listen to the level
Mm.
listen to the level of acceptance that you've
Hmm.
reached. Losing to Arsenal is no big deal because they're a big
Nah,
six
it's not
team.
a. For me, I wasn't.
You
I
can't
wasn't. Yeah.
you can't beat Fulham, and it's no big deal
For
because
me, it's a
Fulham
big
is a
deal.
top 10
Personally,
team.
it is a big deal. It's just that, my mental health is very key. Therapy and everything are important. I won't allow that. You see, here's my pacifier, bro. This team here is my pacifier. Whenever my English team is giving me ish, I have Pirates to
You,
calm the
what's
nerves.
your side chick? Is that your side
I've
chick?
also got Juventus, my other team in Italy, to also calm the nerves. But at the end of the day, bro, it's we all can see where the issues are. And unfortunately, these issues are not addressed. And here's also another comment. I'm just battling to understand the Bantu education against Harvard English X.
Nah, I get
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
going.
Maybe you can explain it to me. I just try
I,
to understand.
I will I'll
Yeah.
explain to you, but there was a post, sorry, there
Yeah.
was a comment.
Mm.
I'll explain. He's basically
Mm.
saying that you can't just say 21%. 21% was the amount of games. That's the 100%. 21 being the amount.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
anyway, forget about it. There was a
I hope.
comment. Fuck, now I can't remember what that comment. I'll find
Yeah,
it
I can
now.
show it.
No, not about Enzo. I'll find it. Just hold on 2 seconds.
You can also scroll on your end, right?
Um,
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's
yeah, I
it.
can. I'm busy
I can show it. Yeah.
scrolling.
And
How was Bruno Fernandes
It's fine.
penalty
yeah, he
yesterday,
thought he was
bro?
at Twickenham. He thought he was at
No, no.
Twickenham and got
I
us
think
3 points.
no.
Yeah.
I th- I think let's have a chat. Let's have a chat, like real talk about Bruno. I know we're not supposed to talk about Bruno because we don't
Mhm.
talk about Bruno.
Should have cashed in
Um,
and reinvest the
I
money.
said that a long time
Thank
ago,
you. A
but they said
hundred
that I'm a
mil.
negative fan, some people. So you see, like I said,
100 mil
yeah,
would have done 100 mil would have
yeah.
done wonders. A
And
hundred
Bruno
mil,
and Bruno
you use
rejected
that
the offer.
80 bar.
Man United were
Yeah,
open to
because he
discuss.
knows he's sorted there at United. They
Yeah,
love him, they praise him,
he's
they
got
want
hero
to ask for a
status.
statue
Yeah.
of him.
He's got hero status.
Because because he is the best of the worst, if
For
that makes
me, you
sense.
see, this
Yeah,
is also another issue, guys. We shouldn't be giving players that much power. I don't believe in giving like individuals that much power in the team because you end up like Newcastle right now with Isak and players reacting in that manner. At the end of the day,
yeah,
I'm a person who looks at the grand scheme of things. I look at the team performance and not an individual performance. And until I start
yeah,
seeing my team, you see, like with Newcastle, when Eddie Howe came in, Newcastle started playing as one. They were a tough team to break
yes,
down. They were a tough team to even score against. Defensively, you guys were sound,
yes,
and going forward, your goals were spread accordingly. Even though Isak had the lion's share, but there still was contribution from
yes.
everyone else. I mean, Jacob Murphy, as a United fan, I don't think Jacob Murphy is a star boy, right? But he
Thank
had
you.
like 12 assists last season, and that all goes down to how Eddie Howe has
You
your team
go, who's
playing
the
as
who's the
one.
Brazilian in the middle there? What's his name? He was
Jolinton,
converted. Linton
Bruno,
was converted. He's a
this,
striker. Came in as
yeah,
a striker, and then they dropped him, and he
yeah,
did not go.
mm,
Oh, I'm too big and not too. But the team demanded
100%.
that of him, and then he dropped
Yeah.
into the middle. And right now, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, his numbers last season are brilliant.
Yeah. 100%.
And that brings us. I wanted to discuss the Isak thing, but I just want to take you back
Mhm.
to what it looks like when never mind the patterns
Mhm.
of play. If that's taking you some time and you're having issues with
Mhm.
the players understanding the drills, that's one thing. But I cannot tell you which player has improved under
Thank you.
Amarin.
I
None.
also can't. I also can't.
If you look at Eddie Howe's development of people,
Yeah.
taking a failing striker and turning him into the best destroying midfielder in the Premier League is
Yeah.
coaching. Tino Livramento tonight is going to play left
Mhm.
back. That is coaching. You figure out what you've got and you try to extract the best out of those players.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't
There's
think.
not a player that has improved with
Yeah,
Emery.
there
Yeah,
isn't.
I think, uh, yeah, we've spoken length on with Emin and
I
his
think we've given
ego and
him
how
a lot
it
of
gets.
airtime.
Yeah, he's unfortunate. He's a shit manager. I'm sorry. He's only good for the Portuguese league. It ends there.
uh,
Simple. Okay,
yeah.
and his
Yeah.
captain showed it. There's a point in yesterday's game if you watch carefully. I think it was second half. This little prick, Bruno, is busy pointing at
Yeah.
other players,
Mhm.
to make the run, do this, do that. He forgets one thing and one thing only. He has the ball, and he's not focused on having the ball. And guess what?
Yeah.
Fulham goes right ahead and they steal the ball right underneath him, and he
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
winches about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
He, he, his
this,
mind,
that.
his mind. You like you said, they've given him the keys to the city
Yeah.
in Manchester. He's got this hero status. I wanna highlight something about his penalty miss
Mhm.
yesterday. He's 12 yards out. It's just him and the goalkeeper, but his entire frame of mind has been on
The
the
ref,
referee accidentally walking into him.
because he is
And,
also he's
and now and
reversing.
now he's got to and now he's got to put on this display and wave his hands and pout and stand there for an entire minute. I've never seen a referee come over to a player and say, "Hey, Butch,
I
take your penalty.
100%.
Take your penalty.
Yeah.
Stop getting caught up in the sideshow." Man United release more apologies and media statements than anything else.
Mhm.
Every Monday, you are getting a message from Bruno or Harry Maguire or where Rashford was there. Every Monday, he's sending a message. Ah, sorry, guys,
You
we
deserve
didn't mean
good.
it,
You
but next
deserve
time,
better. That
guys, come on.
you deserve better as the fans. Man United is a big club, and we didn't
Yeah.
perform like at that level that we should.
Mhm.
Get the fuck out of here.
But like,
Nah,
guys,
You know,
Bruno, guys. Bruno is brilliant in his day, but the
yeah.
sideshow that comes with Bruno is irritating.
But you see, also another thing, guys, you also
absolutely.
have to look at the way Bruno's being played. Now, Bruno's true strengths are in the final third. He's a box
Thank
crasher,
you.
Scott
Yeah.
McTominay.
Man, he was playing number 6 yesterday with
You
Mount
see,
for the
you
last
see, you
20 minutes.
see, the middle of the park requires players who are very comfortable in position, who are press resistant, who can dribble in tight spaces, who can play with their back against goal, who can play first phase. Those are,
And the most important
yeah,
part, people who don't mind the
Thank
100%.
challenge.
And those are
you.
all of his weaknesses, unfortunately.
Oh,
Whether you like it or not, this is not me hating on the guy, but it's what I've observed for the years that he's been at the team. Is that the guy's a box crasher? That's like asking Frank Lampard to play. Remember how England used to struggle when they used Gerrard and Lampard?
Gerrard and
Both
Lampard,
players,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, exactly. They're not good at like bringing up the ball from the back like a Scholes or a Carrick can. You know what I mean? And that's cool, right? So for me, I just don't think he's being played in an area that showcases his strengths. Because Bruno, in a team like, for instance, a Napoli, if you take out Scott McTominay and put Bruno in Scott McTominay's role, Bruno would score for days. He would destroy it in Serie A. But unfortunately, you see, this is my concern with Emery. Why can't he see these things? Why is he persisting in putting him in a situation that is not, it doesn't showcase his true strengths. It actually shows his
Yeah.
deficiencies. And true
I
coaches,
think
what
Emre,
they do,
Emre,
yeah,
hmm?
true coaches don't showcase your deficiencies. They showcase your strengths.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what
Emre
real
has got
managers do.
he's got issues
Yeah.
where I looked. I think we've spoken at length about
Yeah.
the three number
Yeah.
the three number 10s that he has on his
Mhm.
side, and he's trying to squeeze them all in,
Mm.
and he's asking one to play on the one side and the other to play
Mm.
on the other side, and these players you can clearly see they came in as number 10s.
Yeah.
You know what I find? Uh, you finish up, Cecily, and then I'll come in.
And I'm sorry, I don't get paid what he gets paid. He's probably on like a 20 bar per year per season contract.
Mhm.
But I can see, and whenever I say it to people, people agree with me. And it's like I'm preaching to them, yet I'm not a qualified manager. But like this is just simply just watching and seeing that no man, this doesn't look right. Cunha is brilliant at at fashioning chances, but
Yeah.
Yes.
he's not brilliant at tracking back and being part of the team. He was good for the first 15 minutes yesterday, and what happened? He just
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I want to.
Yeah.
If you look at where I got to give Eddie Howe massive
Mm.
credit is he everybody it was noticeable
Mhm.
that Jolinton was not an effective
Yeah.
striker. And instead of throwing the baby out with the bathwater,
Mhm.
Eddie Howe asked Jolinton, come sit with me and let's see what you can
Yeah.
do. Okay, you're good at running around, you're nice and strong. So let me put you in a place where that works for
Thank
you
you.
and it can work for us.
100%.
And this is where I didn't want to interrupt you earlier, Seatley. What I find very irritating from Emerin is this insistence on a formation. If I ask you, what formation does Jose Mourinho play?
Mhm.
You can give me variations, but you will for sure tell me he played like this at Chelsea, then he played like this at
Yeah.
Because of
Inter,
the tools
then he
that he
played like
had.
this at Real
Yeah.
Madrid, because you
What you
use what you've got.
exactly. Thank you, my guy. You use what you have.
What is the who is this guy? He's like a 7-year-old kid playing PlayStation, and this is his favorite formation,
We'll stick to
and
it.
he's gonna do this every week because he
Mhm.
likes it.
No, but
And
like
yeah.
if you get a Fulham players, I saw the interview where
Yeah.
Anto was breaking it down that we knew that their medal is literally non-existent. I love my ass off.
Yeah.
I was like, we've been
That's
saying
crazy,
that the
bro. And
medal is
these are not even
non-existent,
world-class players, bro. These are just okay Premier League
and
players
now,
speaking in
and
this
sorry,
manner.
I don't want to
Yeah.
speak about Chelsea. Um, if you had if you watch the Chelsea game against West Ham were terrible. Out of the
Yeah.
5 goals we scored, 3 were from the corner. And right now, corner kicks are literally the crosses to your keeper. He wants none of that. There's at least
Mhm.
2 chances that I recall yesterday that Fulham should have taken from the corner from the corner kick.
Yes.
And had they taken those chances, the pressure would
Would
be
have been
on this
different.
man. Right now, I don't think he's under pressure.
Mhm. Yo.
No, and that's the crime, and that is the
Mhm.
sadness of Manchester
Yeah.
United.
No standards.
It's going to be a very long season. You are 2 weeks in, and this is what I want to say to you. Why I think it's becoming easier and people are, and teams are more comfortable to play against Man United, especially this Emirates Man United, is because there's no
Yeah.
Mhm.
surprise.
Mm.
Everybody knows from Monday to Friday, guys, Emerin is going to play this funky formation. This is how we've got to set up to take advantage of that. So by the time you play Man United on Saturday afternoon, there's nothing that's going to
You're
surprise
literally
you
setting
or
you're
shock
setting
you.
traps. You wait, okay,
You
cool. This is what we're going to do, and that's that. Middle,
Yeah,
non-existent. Cass,
100%.
brilliant in his prime, but the
But I
football is
think
leaving him.
I think with Cass,
He's a
it all
350.
depends.
He's a
It all, it
350,
all, it
350 a
all
week player.
yeah, that was the old regime's mistake. That was the
yes,
old
Yeah,
regime's
yeah,
mistake.
I
Just
don't
to answer
care.
Chris
It's,
Hope
yeah.
before I add on to this discussion, I was one of the few people that actually was against how Pogba was being used. Because when thingy what again when you play him like extremely deep, it doesn't really showcase his true strengths. Because as a Juve supporter, I used to watch Pogba do his thing at Juventus, and he's someone who excels further up. He's like an advanced number eight, you know, just very
Yes.
no,
comfortable on the ball at the
you
same
look at him
time.
at
Yeah,
in the French national team.
yeah,
For him to be who, like, I think there was peak Pogba. He
yeah,
had an invisible wall behind him, and he knew that he didn't really
yeah,
have to track back all the time.
yeah,
He's more advanced. So
yeah.
I think he had Arturo Vidal
and
looking after
Yeah,
him that
and
time.
and
and
as
then
well, and then
West side he has N'Golo
Marquisio would
Kante.
be the substitute. Marquisio as well was also another one who had an engine. And then of course Pirlo was the guy who's the deep lying playmaker, and we all know Pirlo, one of the greats to ever play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, Chriso, just to answer you on that, bro. Nah, I said something. Yo, what happened to Sile? Damn, Wi-Fi issues, I presume. He's back again. But I want us to
I don't
segue,
know.
guys. I think 36 minutes is enough on United. Let's
Yes. Have we got time to preview the game
yeah,
tonight?
no. Can we first start
Yeah.
off with Citle's team, Chelsea? It's gonna be 2 seconds because their fan base is not as
Go
big
through.
as United's, and people don't really give a
Sure.
damn about his team. So yeah. Citle and dog.
Thank you and thank you.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
discuss Friday's
we
game, dog.
weren't.
Quick.
I think I'll give you
Mm,
positives. And yeah, normally when Palmer gets injured
mm,
before the game, like,
mhm.
we fear the worst because no one would step up. We were fortunate that this kid's I always
Yeah,
get
it's
his name
double.
wrong. His first
Yes, that's
proper
how
game was against yeah, his proper first game was against
Yeah. Mhm.
West Ham. We were very fortunate, and it gave him motivation. He's responsible for the
Mm,
first goal, which
Mm,
is perfect because now
mm.
he has an understanding of unfortunately in the Premier League you could be facing the worst of the worst. Make a mistake,
mm.
they'll punish you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how my team went about it. We scored three out of the four. Sorry, three out of the five goals that we
Yeah.
scored were set pieces. And people are like, "Oh, that's not beautiful and
It
whatnot."
gets the
Gets
job
the job
done,
done.
bro.
We saw what the weakness is of the team, capitalize on that,
Yes.
in that we were looking for corner kicks and we were very fluent. I mean, the first goal that we scored was a flick on. If you look at Cucurella, he's busy arguing with the defender for like a good solid 30 seconds because he knew that's
Yeah.
the gameplay. So that tells you that we've studied them, we know what their weaknesses were, and we
Mm.
utilize that. I'm happy. Pedro gets his first goal. I think it just gets that monkey off his back. Brilliant. I'm not going to talk about Sanchez. That was a brilliant
Yeah.
strike. That Yeah, it
Mm.
was a brilliant strike. I do feel he could have saved it, but anyway, he was non-existent. I'm enjoying the fact that we're
Yeah.
spreading
But
goals.
but another thing is
Um,
CKN. You guys did that without Cole Palmer. That is a very good sign. When your
Yes.
talisman is not in and you still are
that's
able to score so many goals,
Thank
is a very good
you.
sign that your team is playing as one.
When our future Ballon d'Or winner is not present, we don't fickle like Man City. But we're not talking about Man City because they don't have fans anymore. We we
Mm.
spread out our goals.
Mhm.
I love that. Number 8, the
Mhm.
Enzo is
Yeah.
starting to
Yeah.
crash the box more often, and he's
Yeah,
coming
I
right.
know he's got that on
Yes.
lock. I think
Yes.
that's yeah. I
That's
like I
me.
like the fact that like it seems as if he actually that's his actually true strength as well. As much as he's also very comfortable in position, but the reading of where the ball is going to land in the box, he's been doing that too many times for us to now think it's a
And
fluke. Yeah, you can go, Adrian.
my respect for Maresca is growing by the
Yeah,
week.
same here.
And again, back to
Mm,
coaching, back to player development.
mm,
One of the most impressive moments for me was Maresca's halftime
mm,
chat in the Conference League final when you beat Betis
yeah.
4-1.
Oh yeah, and the final of yeah.
Well, Chelsea were losing that game at
Mm,
halftime. Isco had a blinder for
Mm.
45
mm,
minutes. Chelsea was absolutely up against the
mm.
wall. The man goes in halftime, he changes some things around, and Chelsea blow them away in the
Yep.
second half and win 4-1.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
It's that plan, that second plan that doesn't exist there at Man United.
even
It's
even
that
even
having the ability to do.
I
Hmm?
take
Yeah, go for it.
Caicedo. I take Caicedo as a case in
mhm.
point. Caicedo was struggling to play six for a long time for Chelsea. And maybe just so that he could take him out the firing line, but still maintain the boys' confidence, he was playing right back.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still plays right back for you, or if he, or what happened on where he played on Friday.
It it depends. If it depends
Mm.
where we need him.
Exactly.
He's
It
a
Yeah.
depends
footballer,
where you
end of the
need him.
day.
It
So
depends
we
on
can
the
interchange
opposition.
him.
It depends on so many factors that is going to change how your team is set up.
You're right.
It is incredibly naive to set Amarin sets up next week's team today and tells everybody about it.
Mm.
I
He's
think
like a
also
Rassi
there's a
Erasmus. He's pulling a Rassi Erasmus.
Rossi
He
that does it on
does it
Friday
on
for
for Tuesday
Saturday.
on Tuesdays. Every
I
Tuesday
think
he drops the squad. But anyway.
any child or any youth that's currently watching this and you're into football, have a look at study Shaliba's progression, not his gameplay but his progression. The man was an outcast. He moved to he got chucked out because he was viewed as
Yeah.
surplus to demand, and he continued. He played at Palace, and then in the middle of the season was recalled to Chelsea. And not at any moment did he look down on himself. He came and he just
Yes.
continued game in, game out. And I think the other thing that everyone seems to forget in that he's improving gradually. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen overnight. So any kid that's like watching and wants that instant success, unfortunately, the path might not
Yeah.
be that instant. It
Yeah.
might
You
go to
or
Palace,
you
come
might
back
be
from
you might
Palace,
be a Jamie
bench.
Vardy.
I
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jamie, yo.
thank
Yeah,
you.
Jamie Vardy. Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah.
important.
No, that's true. That's true. That's true.
But anyway, my
All
Are we
right.
TED talk is
discussing
done.
Alexander
I think we
Isak,
can move
gents?
on.
Yeah, let's move over there to that. I told you Chelsea chats are usually
Now
they're
we can
like a
talk
bridge
about
in
your
a
boy.
song. You know, in a song, the bridge is usually like
I am so
squeeze the
excited for
pan there.
tonight's game. I am so excited. Firstly, Newcastle haven't,
Someone did this to
and
your
that's
boy.
okay. And that's why I'm here to address that social media is not real
Mm,
life.
mm,
Eddie Howe and the players and the team,
Yeah,
they're living in
very
real
true.
life. And that's why when this Isak mess started and Isak began to behave naively and like an adolescent, Eddie Howe has taken the father approach. Eddie Howe is being Isak's dad. I see you have spat your dummy out. I see that you are not happy. But once you have had your yogurt and you have watched Coco Melon on the phone, come back and then we can reintegrate you to the team. If Newcastle were coached,
You
if
must
Newcastle were
apologize.
coached by Antonio Conte or Jose Mourinho, and a player did this, the player would have been gone a long time ago because it would have been a clash of egos.
Mm.
Eddie Howe has managed, and this is where we must applaud him. Eddie Howe has managed to take his own personal feelings out of this situation and explain to Isak, almost as if he has separated himself from the hierarchy at the club. Eddie Howe says, I would love for you to be happy, son, but these guys said you can't go. Meanwhile, it's Eddie Howe that says he can't go. Are you with me?
Yeah.
But
And I'm with you.
he's taken, like I say, he's taken a dad approach
Mm.
where he is looking after the boys' development.
Mm.
And Eddie Howe is going to,
Development. He's what,
Yeah.
26, I think? Is it 26 or 24, somewhere there?
I'm not too sure how
you
old he
know,
is. How old is this?
there's another thing, something that totally, of course, you want the most complete striker in the league playing for you. Of course, you want that. But I cannot. Maybe the assist against Everton, where he ran past 4 or 5 players before passing it across the goal, and Jacob Murphy tapped it in. I cannot tell you an Alexander Isak goal where he picked it up on the halfway line, ran past 5 players, and made a goal by himself. It's quite the contrary. You referenced Jacob Murphy earlier, and
Yes.
Jacob Murphy is not a world beater by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But the instruction is simple. When you get the ball, pass it to the penalty spot, and
Mm.
Isak will tap it in.
Hundred
Many of
Mm.
percent.
Isak's goals have come
I
from being inside the box already. He
Mm.
had the banger against Van Dijk last year, but if
Yeah.
you look at the goal he scored in the Carabao Cup final, the cross
Mm.
came over, Jacob Murphy heads it down, and Isak taps it in.
Mm.
He's
Hundred
he's a
percent.
fluid player.
think
He looks
the
good on the
Isak,
ball, so even a
yeah,
tap in for Isak looks magical.
Mm.
I am not. I'm not
I
too
think
afraid
the
of us
problem.
not being
Oh,
able
okay.
to score tonight. There will be goals in this fixture. There was a fun fact that there have been 15 night games between Liverpool and Newcastle in the last 10
Mm.
years. 15 night games, 51 goals.
Yo. And
So
who
tonight,
won?
for sure, because of the atmosphere and the vitriol that has come with this Isak saga, the fans are going to be up for the game.
Mm.
It was also a bank holiday in the UK today. So
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah,
50,000
yeah.
Geordies that have been on the piss from 9 o'clock this morning, waiting for Liverpool.
Hey. Hey.
Liverpool are under the impression that they
I,
are coming to play
I
soccer
think
tonight.
Mm.
Tonight is not a game of soccer.
they're gonna get
Tonight
it.
is WWE. And what Eddie Howe has been impressing in the media and impressing with the players is for us to harness this hostile atmosphere and
Yeah.
harness the anger of the fans. I don't want Jolinton to get caught up in this thing and get sent off after 5 minutes because somebody chirped him about Isak.
Mm.
I'm not.
I think the Isak conversation is a bigger and broader, and I respect Isak, um, but I didn't see that in him.
No.
Um, I've always thought that being European, he's better at understanding how
Yeah.
contracts work. Um, just because he signs a 5-year contract, okay? Because at the time it was an upgrade from Spain to come to Newcastle. Newcastle took a
Yes.
gamble with him, bringing him over for whatever amount they brought him, and he signed a long-term contract. Now he makes demands
Yeah.
as an employee to say, I was promised this, I was
Hey.
promised that. I want to be taken out of my contract. Unfortunately, Sunshine, it doesn't work
Sunshine.
that way. But you putting pen to paper, well, it's the background that you've got. I don't know where you got this
Yeah,
background from.
Sunshine.
The minute you put pen to paper and you don't put a release clause to say, yo, if another club comes in with 150, 140 mil and they say they want me, then I want out. That's between you and your management team, because at the time you damn enough to go right ahead and sign the contract without without a release clause. We're at the point where these players have I don't know, they understand how social media works, but they also don't understand how social media works. Because as you rightfully so put it, social media is not reality. Now, I don't like how Liverpool has approached this. This is the fan base, and this is for you, Shivar. Because you posted this the other day where you said free Isak. Free him from what? His own
Yes.
contract that he
You
signed.
know,
Get the fuck
you know,
out of
you,
here.
no, but you
He
know,
signed the
Shiva is
contract.
just being Shiva, bruh.
He's I'm just letting him know. And to be honest,
yeah.
to be frank, if I was Newcastle, I don't know if you guys saw this post, which
What?
fucking killed me. Or Cheese recommended. He went and he said, sell him to Saudi. Check the player. Like, yeah, you've got cousins there in Saudi. Sell him for 100 mil, or 120, 130 mil Saudi. Yeah, he doesn't have a choice but to fuck off, because he's made it his intention clear that he wants to
And
leave.
that's what I actually came to clear up here tonight.
Mm.
From the outside looking in, our first reaction would be, get rid of Isak. It's a toxic situation. Sell
Yeah.
him, cash in, take the money, move on. Newcastle is a club with ethics and pride of its own. This is why Isak Eddie Howe is always going to leave the door open for Isak. Eddie Howe is not going to say Eddie Howe's not going to turn on Isak. Eddie Howe understands that he has an asset, he's got a player, and he's got a human being. Isak's way back to redemption is easy.
But I think
Fire
now,
your agent and score a goal. All will be forgiven. So even Isak has relief that is available to him as soon as he chooses to exercise it.
Yo, I must say, Newcastle United fans, before you jump in, Sihle, you guys are the most forgiving people. Like it's,
at United,
I can
wouldn't feel like-
imagine it. Oh man, if he was at United and moving the way he's moving,
You know, I'll tell you, we've suffered enough heartbreak. We suffered under 13 years of an atrocious owners regime. Mike Ashley was truly an
Mike Ashley was the
oppressive
man,
owner.
my guy. Mike Ashley
He was
the
truly
shit.
an oppressive owner.
He was
Don't
oppressive.
talk about
He
Mike
was.
Ashley now like that.
No,
So
but
to
he,
have-
Mike
he,
Ashley
he
brought
was.
us
No,
Pepe
Mike
Sissa, then he
Ashley was a
brought
huge
us-
problem for us. He was
He was.
unanimously hated.
Yeah.
There's not one single Newcastle supporter you can find me that is going to buy a drink for Mike Ashley.
Yeah.
They'll piss on him. That's what they'll do.
Mike Ashley ran our club into the ground. He dispensed with our academy. All of Mike Ashley's doings are now the things that are hurting us with PSR. People are saying, why don't you have a training ground sponsor to bring money? We never thought about it. Why don't you have a women's team that you can sell? Because he sold it long ago. We stopped investing in the team. Why don't we have any academy kids coming through the system? Sean Longstaff was our only one.
Damn.
Sean, that was during the Ashley era, because the focus of Mike Ashley was to take from the club, was not to give to the club. Now we've got people that want to give us so much, and you're stopping them from giving. Why? It's out of fear. People
You
are
know, pain.
afraid of a confident, strong, good Newcastle. It is a huge joke, and people are
Mm,
having a wonderful time because they wish that Isak can leave because it will
mm,
weaken us. You
mm.
want
True.
Isak to leave to weaken us because you know if there is an Isak and an Anthony Gordon and Ilanga and the best midfield trio in the Premier League, Jolinton, Tonali, and Bruno.
And those
Name me
guys are
a
tough,
trio.
Sihle in. Those guys are
Name me a
physical, bruh.
trio.
The three, hold on, hold on,
Name me
hold
a
on.
trio
Out
with
of the three
more
that, out of
chemistry
the
than those
three,
three.
Yeah.
I can Enzo, Caicedo, and Rabiot.
Ah, recency bias, huh?
Yeah.
Because you won 5-1. Now
Your
you can say it
Bruno,
with your
no,
chest.
no, not even. No, no, we weren't that brilliant. Like we still defrosting. Out of the players that you mentioned in the middle there, Bruno for me, top tier. That
Top
boy
player.
is, and if you can keep Tonali out of Betway, also he can take it to the next level. To Shivara's comment, I was talking about your hashtag free Isak.
Yes.
Pay if you really want him, pay the 150 million, get it over and done with.
Mhm.
That's my
Yeah.
Guys,
view. And
there's
if
going
you
to
paid it, I said it last season when
Mm,
right before Christmas, before the
mhm,
January
yeah,
window opened, I said if Ateta is serious about winning the league, he has to do
yeah.
one thing and one thing only. Cough up 120 mil to Newcastle for Isak. And this is last year. And then it fizzled out. It like literally after that window closed, it just like went pear-shaped. Because we don't spend money in Jan. That
Yeah.
whole rule of we don't spend money in Jan, Pep went and showed that you can actually make good deals in Jan.
Mamouche.
Because when I said 120 mil at the time, that 120 mil looks like a bargain right now. Because I
mm.
value
Yes.
Isak at 150 plus.
Yes. And
If anyone
Newcastle,
disagrees with me on that figure,
Newcastle are not denying Liverpool. Liverpool are creating this narrative that we are stubborn and
egg.
holding on to a thing and we want bad things to happen. No, bro. Let me give you this analogy. Newcastle are standing in a nightclub. They've got their bottles, they've got their girls, they're in the corner having a good time.
Mm,
None of these women are with me. We are just all friends, okay?
mhm.
But you, Liverpool, are standing on the other side of the club, winking and doing this to my chick. Bro, why don't you just
Thank
come up,
you.
ask me my name, ask can I buy her a drink? It's no problem.
Yeah.
But Liverpool's approach has been so immature.
Oish.
And that is what has turned off Newcastle's owners. There's another complexity I got to bring your attention to.
Mhm,
Liverpool are owned by Americans.
mhm,
Newcastle are
The
owned by
arrogance.
Arabs.
mhm.
Already, that relationship is oil and water.
Oh, literally.
But you
Are you
can
saying
fix it
oil? Are you saying oil?
with
Are you saying
respect.
Yeah.
oil because
Yeah. I know, no, 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 no. I know. You've said a mouthful. But before we close, I wanted us to discuss the score lines, your predictions. Are you confident? I'll start with you, Mr. Stevens. Are you confident that your team has this under the belt? Are you gonna cause an upset the way Tottenham did on Saturday?
We've got we've got 50,000 hostile Geordies pushing these lads on.
Mm,
We've got a settled squad that know each other.
mm,
That is a bonus.
yeah.
We've got a tactical manager who knows what he's doing and is best friends with a guy named Diego Simeone.
Mm,
There's something I want to draw your attention to tonight when you're watching.
mm,
And I think Tino Livramento is going to play left back.
mm,
Now, because Mo Salah is an inverted winger that
mm,
is always coming in, he tongue ties left-footed left backs because he's making them come inside on their wrong side.
Yeah.
But Tino Livramento tonight will be able to track Salah because whenever Salah comes infield, Tino will be turning on his natural side.
Oh,
He
I
will be turning
see.
on his right side.
Mm.
I predict that Mo Salah will not have a kick tonight. I predict a Dan Burn header and an Anthony Gordon penalty and a red card for Van Dijk.
Hey.
If we
If
hit the ball, if we can bypass Liverpool's midfield, because their three is going to cancel out our three.
Mm.
If we can hit the balls in behind and give Anthony Gordon and Anthony Ilanga grass to run into, Van Dijk is not going to catch them.
Mm. And that's just a quick question. Is Thingy back? The Dutch lad from Liverpool. What's his name again?
Gakpo.
Graven. No,
Oh,
Gravenberch.
Gravenberch.
Gravenberch,
Yeah,
I,
because I
I,
feel like that guy is very important. He's like,
I don't think Gravenberch plays tonight, and they
mm,
don't have any right backs. Frimpong is
ooh,
injured. Connor Bradley is
ooh,
injured. Anthony Gordon is going to have the time on his life on that left hand side.
mm,
but
wow.
my 2 cents, they're
Yeah,
gonna pipe you, but it's
they're
going to be
gonna.
an interesting piping. Like it's going to be one of those. It's going to be those Pornhub specials.
Hey, listen to this guy.
And
Hey,
I'd like to address. Go back to I think
the
Tato B
150.
commented that Isaac 150. How
Mhm.
much do you guys, both of you, how much do you value Isaac? Quick one.
Yo,
150. 150.
120, dog. Not
How much
150.
do you pay for a midfielder that can't score goals? You paid
Mm.
105 for
Declan
Emil.
Rice, the 105. Yeah,
You pay 100 million for Declan Rice to score two free kicks in
Hey.
the Champions League.
yeah.
Other than that, Declan
That's
Rice
I'm
doesn't
basing
score
it.
goals.
And
Mm.
the
So
thing
Okay.
is, the
how
person that
much?
This.
commented is an Arsenal fan, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Hey, Gravenberch starts.
Let me put it to you differently. What is the prize money if you win the Premier League? How much do you get?
Mm. Let me check Chat
Um,
GPT.
I think it was
Because
what, a
that is
hundred
the
and
price
something.
you pay for Isaac.
Yeah, I think it was 100, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 100 and 120, somewhere there.
Whoever buys Isaac buys the league. Liverpool know that.
Yeah, but they're gonna pipe it tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
So
It's gonna be that grudge match.
if you want
It's
prizes, you must pay prize money.
you see what you did there. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi tonight, gents. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we can maybe call
yeah,
it, but they're gonna
yeah,
pipe you. I
yeah.
see a 4-2. If you are gonna score 2 goals, Ilanga is temperamental. Anthony is also very temperamental. Yeah, you are gonna score 2 goals, and I think you're
Yeah,
gonna score the first goal. I foresee a red, as you put it. I'm not sure
yeah.
which side is going to go. I'd love for Van Dijk to get a red, but I don't think. I think it's going to be Joe Linton getting a red.
Mm.
Okay.
All right, guys. I think we can call it there. Thank you
Dan
so
Burn
much.
header,
Oh yeah, you
Anthony
said,
Gordon penalty, 2
and
0
then you said red card with thingy
And
with
a
Van
red card
Dijk.
for Van Dijk.
To Van
All
Dijk.
right, Nana, we'll just have to wait to see. Jets, much appreciated for joining us per
Thank you
usual.
so much,
Yeah, we're
guys.
gonna have.
An
Yeah, if you're
absolute
keen
pleasure.
to come on again, it's I mean you're more than welcome, Adrian. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Tato P, Mr. Arsenal himself. See what
yeah.
real fans are
We need
doing.
Arsenal
You see what
fans,
true
man.
Magpies are
Arsenal
doing.
fans
They're
don't want to
coming
come
on.
on.
Come on, old
Yeah,
school.
Arsenal fans just
Yeah.
refuse to come on to the platform. I don't know why. And we so
What did
chill.
you call them?
No,
Cusno?
Arsenal. I said Arsenal. No, I said
No, you
Arsenal.
said, I thought you just
Yeah, yeah.
Cusno.
But guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Help a
Absolutely.
brother out. This is Easy Sport, and we out.